Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and a brand new video on Marvel Contest of Champions. This video is all about Marvel Insider. If you're not familiar with what Marvel Insider is, it's basically a site that offers based on activities as well as kind of like grinding out opportunities to get things like rewards for things like Marvel Contest of Champions. And it's a great little kind of side thing to your general game grind, and it adds on like little extras like 4-star shards and other things that we'll talk about in a moment. And if you want to get yourself a Marvel Insider account and are worried that, hey, well, is it just about being a US citizen, then I've put a link in the description to a video that will allow you, even if you're not in America, to get a Marvel Insider account. But the main focus of this video is all about how to do decent activity grinds and kind of do it in the kind of the most efficient way possible, because you're going to have to really go back and revisit the site in order to kind of get loads of things like activities, as well as make sure you're grinding out content that you maybe wouldn't have grinded out in the game to get decent points. Each month, Marvel Contest of Champions put into Marvel Insider 1, 2, maybe even 3 different types of events for kind of reward giving. And these usually come in shape or form of 200 points, 30,000 points, as well as 100,000 points to grind out to get some decent stuff. Most of these rewards will be kind of like time coded, and you would have a certain amount of time in order to kind of redeem them by. But obviously you need a huge amount of points in order to get these lovely little prizes. And there will be some people that kind of turn up their nose about these prizes, but at the same kind of like token that you're getting free stuff from just completing certain activities, and it's not a great time grind out of your day. So I think you'll be wondering, obviously the kind of main scheme of the video is that how we grind out points the most effectively in Marvel Insider. So let's have a look at it. Now you might be wondering why I've got so many kind of like less points, and that's because my first account got banned, and the reason it got banned was because I kind of complained a lot for the community, as well as kind of like general complaining, because I wasn't receiving a huge amount of activity points for a lot of the quests that are grinded out. So do be warned, if you do complain and I do check up on you, then you could be in a spot of bother. But I think it's just because my Twitter account was kind of chased because I spoke to the @Marvel support, that was the reason that I lost my account. But don't let that scare you off, because there's so many kind of decent things about this whole Marvel Insider stuff that it's fantastic. So to start off with, you can link up certain social media accounts, and also kind of like do some other kind of things with us, like telling them what your favorite villain is, tell us your favorite Marvel superhero. So there's some great starting off things, which is great. But these are one-off, so you're going to have to find out like what is the best thing to kind of grind out on the weekly, because that seems to be the thing. Check back every week at a certain point. Say Friday is your Marvel Insider check back day, where you go back and check to see if there's anything on. Do watch out for things like Comic-Cons, because when they run certain things like New York Comic Con, there's a massive load of free points on offer from things, so do remember to look out for that. So our first stop and the most easiest points to get is based on game grinding. So you've got things like download Marvel Contest of Champions, complete beginners mode, complete normal, complete heroic, and it's like things like reading game things, Telltale games and other things associated with that. You will need to find unique codes, and sometimes it's only unique to the player, so you may not be able to kind of get it shared around the community. That's usually how it goes. Remember to check back each month and make sure that you've completed these beginner, heroic and normal. And basically the amount of points you get is 10,000 for the beginner completion, you get 30,000 for your normal, and then finally you get 50,000 for your heroic. So it's 90,000 points. That is really darn decent. But obviously that won't get you to that point where you can get that 200,000 point reward package, and you're going to have to look at different events and different things to do in order to kind of make up for that each month. But obviously the next step is to have a look at these top panels, latest at Marvel, Comics and Avengers. Obviously this particular tab here will change from time to time, and you may see another. Basically it was about a week ago that it was Jessica Jones season 2. And it changes every kind of like 2 to 3 weekly, so do make sure you have a look. If you want to quickly grind out Marvel Insider points in a short rate of time, then it usually takes the shape or form of this. So I've clicked on this, I'm then scrolling. Usually I think it's best to scroll right down to the bottom of that particular page, and then it's a case of then just going back, the back icon, and it will then take you back to Marvel Insider. And then hopefully, if all plays out well, right at the top there, it is that thing that we just kind of went on to. So there, meet the Secret Warriors of Marvel Rising, which then is at the top just there. The 250 points is there. And to give you an idea of time grind, I am going to quickly blast through it and kind of tell you how long it took to do. latest at Marvel, comics, and then Avengers. Okay, I'm partway through recording the video, and I've tested the first 10 minutes on latest at Marvel, which took 10 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is a different method, which is the one that I would promote to you guys to use, because it is a time grind, it's just so much less. And that is to do it through Google Chrome. And why? Because what it does is it pings up into a separate tab, as opposed to it being with Internet Explorer. You click on it, you have to then press back and then go back to Marvel Insider. With this method, what you actually do is you, whilst opening it in Chrome, it opens multiple different tabs up, which means that your grind on it is just so much more cleaner. So let's start this off now. The time is 9:38, so let's blast into it. But at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm just like loading up multiple tabs like this, going back. So they're loading, and then and I'm going to go back to them in a second. But there's loads of videos and things, and what I do with the videos is I just lightly play them and then go, hey Carl, I've watched it, and then go backwards. So hopefully it's a case that a lot of these are gonna look like they're completed and done. So as you can see up the top here, I've got those multiple tabs, and I'm just gonna now just go through them and just, you know, do the things like scroll down quickly, scroll down again, and play the video if I need to play the video, and just zoom that along, go back to another one, play that video quickly, zoom that along, mute that, have a look at the poster, done that, scroll down there, look at that, news, scroll down there, looking at that, scroll down there, looking at that, going back to the Marvel Insider page, rebooting it. So there we go, all of that was completed in 2 minutes, as opposed to my grind with using Internet Explorer, which took 10 minutes for the latest at Marvel section. So that is the kind of the best way to kind of grind out quickly. Load in Chrome, load a load of the different tabs, so you've got like a load of them, and just go through them, like scrolling through and then clicking on the videos. So that's the case, you kind of getting those points really quickly. So our points now are at 18,950, so not a huge jump, but it's still kind of good to keep that consistent grind with it. And if it's going to take about 2 to 4 minutes out of your day based on the amount of tabs that are here, then it is well worth you doing. And that's the quickest way and quickest tips I can give you with regards to grinding out Marvel Insider in the quickest time possible. So that's been our Marvel Insider grind guide. Hopefully you found it informative. If you did, please hit the video up with a like. As well, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content. And as always, I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.